Story 1. She is attractive. If you want to get technical, there might be a difference between cute, pretty, and hot, though. Story 2. It means he finds you attractive but is trying not to sound creepy. Story 3. Cute means I find you to be a very attractive woman. I feel the need to acknowledge your beauty, but I do not want to sound desperate, needy, or sleazy. Please, for the love of all that is sacred, do not run away. That is quite wordy, so we shorten it to you are so cute. Story 4. This comment section is such a good read. I used to get so sad about being called cute. I wanted to be seen as beautiful or sexy. Story 5. Every male partner I have had called me cute but never sexy. I assumed that meant I was attractive but not striking, and that my personality, looks, and mannerisms made me relationship material. I don't know. Story 6. For me, cute is someone I would want to love and spend the rest of my life with. Pretty describes people who are outwardly pleasing to look at, whom I may or may not be attracted to. Sexy or hot describes someone I would not mind being intimate with, but who I may not want to spend my life with. Of course, we all have our own interpretations, and there is no one-size-fits-all answer. Story 7. Cute describes a balance of personality, aura, and appearance. This woman can seduce me, and I could build a real relationship with her. Pretty refers to being well-dressed and made up. It is a more formal compliment appropriate for a wife, friend, or coworker. Hot refers to physical attractiveness. If you do not know her, you might fantasize about having sex with her, but that is all. If she is your girlfriend or wife, you may be especially attracted to her body and feel passionate about her. Story 8. When a guy calls a girl cute, it usually means his brain had a whole romantic technology, entertainment, design talk prepared and then panicked. It is the universal male translation for, wow, you are adorable. Your vibe is elite. I am low-key obsessed, but my emotional vocabulary is running on Windows Experience, so the word cute is all I have. It is the safest compliment in the male dictionary. Not too strong or too weak. Just a way of saying I like you while trying to act chill before embarrassing myself. Story 9. Women are by default beautiful and sexy. Cute is more than that. It lifts my heart. People who try to be cute never succeed. They do not understand what it means. It is not something you can fake. It is a way of life. Story 10. Cute is mainly about personality, but I would say it almost always means you find the person attractive as well. The cute girl is adorable, bubbly, and fun to me. If I find a woman cute, chances are I really like her. If I think she is hot or pretty, that is less impressive. Those are a dime a dozen. Story 11. He finds her attractive both physically and in terms of personality. Story 12. Someone once called my dog hot, and that made me think about how we use that word, laughing my ass off. Story 13. When guys use the word cute, it often indicates they are drawn to her personality as much as to her appearance. It is definitely a compliment. Story 14. She looks so huggable. To me, that usually means she has a pretty face or pretty hair, or she dresses in feminine, cute colors. Story 15. When a man calls you cute, beautiful, or sexy, he means he wants to have sex with you. Story 16. It's also the safest word if your partner asks, is that girl cute? Story 17. Cute means he likes you. Men are not necessarily equipped to talk to women. If they are, they may be a player. Story 18. When he tells you that, he wants to get to know you better because he is not going to say, wow, you are a hot piece of ass. Story 19. That she is cute. Why does it have to mean anything else? Story 20. Like most social interactions, context is king. Cute can mean attractive, or it can be an entirely platonic comment. It can be used as a non-committal answer if someone is pressed, but it can also express romantic or sexual interest. It entirely depends on the scenario and how the word is used. If he, out of the blue, called you cute, he is probably interested. If he was in a situation where he had to give an answer, the motive is less clear. Context is necessary. Story 21. To my older British ear, cute sounds like a description of something or someone that is pleasant to look at but not classically beautiful or sexually attractive. It is a word one could comfortably use for a 6-year-old or a dog. I would not generally call an adult woman cute. I would use words that sound more mature. Story 22. Context matters. If one person tells another they are cute with no context that makes it appropriate, it is awkward. But if two people have met, talked for some time, and both are leaning into flirtation, it is likely an escalation of mutual romantic interest. Story 23. It means he wants to have sex with her. Most things that men say to women mean exactly this. Story 24. From an Aussie perspective, cute is right in the sweet spot. When a chick is extremely cute, you cannot get any better. Story 25. Exactly that. She is cute, nice-looking, and visually appealing. Story 26. Cute means attractive, but in a way that's approachable. Story 27. A cute girl usually has softer, more youthful features. She may be attractive without fitting conventional ideals. A little chubby, a slightly larger nose, shorter, or simply a gentle presence. She might be shy, have a cute laugh, or act playful or goofy. A hot or sexy girl tends to have more dominant, striking features, often emphasizing the sexual aspects of her appearance, such as larger breasts or a toned body. She may have high contrast features, for example, a deep tan with dark hair and defined brows, or blonde hair and blue eyes. Attitude and presence matter. Hot girls often appear confident and may wear more revealing clothing or emphasize their curves. A pretty girl is usually defined primarily by facial beauty. Pretty can overlap with cute or hot, but it generally focuses on the face and facial features. It often implies a more reserved presentation and less dramatic makeup, whereas cute and hot describe the overall combination of face, body, and demeanor. Story 28. If I see a woman and think she is cute or hot, I want to have sex with her. If she seems cute, I also want to protect her from harm, while if she seems hot, I believe she can protect herself. Story 29. You have caught my attention and I am using that as a reason to talk to you. Story 30. They want to get into her pants. Guys are pretty basic, Neanderthal even. Story 31. I don't think I've ever known what I meant by calling a woman cute. I've always used it as a general compliment when she seems to have put effort into her appearance. The reason doesn't really matter. I believe calling a woman cute implies she looks young and full of life. I don't know. Story 32. Definitions vary between people, but in my view, the two main subcomponents of feminine attractiveness are cuteness and sexiness. If you plot cuteness on the x-axis and sexiness on the y-axis, a woman can be represented by a point on the graph. The straight line distance from the origin to that point approximates how attractive the woman is. A very cute, slightly sexy woman can be just as attractive as a very sexy, slightly cute woman. The eye of the beholder plays a role, so an observer may weight the axes differently. I multiply cuteness scores by 1.25 to reflect my personal preference for cute women. It is a simplification of a complex phenomenon, but it works. Story 33. It definitely indicates that she is attractive without directly hitting on her. Men do not call a woman cute unless they are at least somewhat attracted to her, either by her looks or by something she does. Story 34. I do not personally put much thought into my choice of words. If I tell a girl she is cute, it means she is attractive on some level. Story 35. It usually means he thinks she is cute. We aren't complicated creatures. Story 36. I'll explain my distinctions between cute, pretty, and hot. Cute means I want to spend time with you. You seem personable, funny, and maybe a little quirky sometimes. A cute person is probably on the smaller side and could even be wearing just a hoodie and a messy bun. Pretty means you are aesthetically pleasing, not in a I want to have sex with you way, more like a sunset or sunrise. These are the kind of people you typically imagine taking on a nice dinner date. Hot means you are sexually attractive. These are the people you are probably trying to have a one-night stand with. It can feel a little disrespectful when someone calls you hot. Overall, all three are positive, but most people looking for a long-term partner prefer to be called cute or possibly pretty. Story 37. Most of the guys I know have called me cute, simply cute, not pretty or anything. Even girls have called me cute, and nothing more than that. I am starting to find it annoying. First of all, yes, the word cute is very respectful and a form of appreciation, and I totally agree with that. But is it not a word you would use for a kitten, a puppy, or a baby because they are small and seem harmless? I have even heard guys call girls cute when they do not find them attractive, just to spare their feelings. Now I am seriously starting to doubt this particular compliment. Story 38. Cute is mostly about personality. Hot is when I want sexy time. Story 39. It usually means, you look good, but what is most attractive is your personality or charm. Story 40. Context matters for word usage. For example, if we did not assume the context for the word girl here, many men are outing themselves in these replies. Usually a man tells a woman she is cute to test how she will react to his expressing that he finds her physically attractive. It is less forward and provides plausible deniability if she does not respond as he hopes. Story 41. I don't think this is gender specific. It works both ways equally. Cute, adorable, love the vibes, dateable. Hot, sex appeal, monkey brain activated with smash. Sexy, a whole package evaluation. Looks, personality, and intelligence factor into this. Pretty or handsome, a separate thing. Nice to look at, attractive, no real sexual or romantic connotation. The ideal scenario is a mix of hot and cute. Too much of either is a bad thing. Too cute, immediately judged to be weak. Can be annoying if they do cute things too often. Too hot, immediately judged to be a douche or slut. May seem unapproachable. Could be viewed more as an object of desire than a fully fledged person. My advice is to find a person you believe is both. It does not need to be equal, just enough for you. Then, hopefully, they have other traits you like in the personality and intellect departments. That makes them sexy. Story 42. It means what most commenters here are saying, unless everyone else has always called you cute. I have only ever been called cute by people my whole life, even as a 40-year-old. So in my case, it is an actual look and vibe thing. Story 43. Not exactly the same as beautiful, but definitely pleasing to the eye. Story 44. In what context? Unprompted, they genuinely think you are cute. If you asked or were feeling down, they are trying to make you feel better. Story 45. Cute is the pinnacle of direct compliments about appearance. You are attractive, but more importantly, you are warm. Story 46. When I say it normally, it means she looks pretty. When I say it through clenched teeth, it probably means she just hit me with a red shell right before the finish line in Mario Kart. Story 47. That she's cute to him. How many interesting, varied answers do you think you'll get on this question? Story 48. Cute. You are attractive in an adorable way. I would use this interchangeably with pretty. It depends on the context or situation. Hot. You are attractive in a sexual way. Beautiful. You are attractive inside and out, referring to both appearance and character. That is my personal opinion. I cannot speak for everyone. Story 49. These definitions apply when you are not in a relationship with the woman. In a relationship, the terms generally take on different, more positive meanings. Cute. Attractive and with a good personality. Usually a woman worth dating seriously. May also describe a woman who does not rank highest for looks but has a charm that makes her more attractive than the sum of her parts. Pretty. Attractive on looks alone. A purely physical evaluation. Hot or sexy. Attractive with at least one exceptional quality. Personality may factor in, but it is not necessarily a good personality. A woman you would love to take to bed but perhaps not date. Attractive. Any other positive comment about a woman's looks usually means not bad, but not for me. Others may disagree. This is one man's usage. Story 50. She is attractive and fascinating to watch or listen to as she continues doing things I enjoy. These moments can be funny, charming, silly, or endearing. This is separate from sexiness. Cute feels more adorable, and I want to hug her. Story 51. I say cute in place of sexy, hot, or anything like that if I do not want to come across as creepy. Story 52. For me, when I say cute, it is more of an intimate attraction. Sure, the woman I passed in Walmart might have been attractive, but if I find a woman cute, there is more depth to it. Story 53. Being cute has a lot to do with a woman's vibe and personality. I think a woman is cute when she is attractive inside and out. Story 54. I don't know, but when I tell a guy he is cute, it means I like him. Story 55. When I say it, I'm trying to be friendly and not too forward or creepy. Calling a woman beautiful can trigger the "I have a boyfriend" response, even if I don't mean it that way. Calling a woman sexy can come off as gross, even if I do mean it that way. The safest way to compliment a woman's looks for me is usually something like, "Hey, you look cute in that outfit." If we're dating, I might say more. If we're strangers, I might say less. Story 56. It typically portrays a black girl or elements of black culture, but overall it's just another way to be adorable. Story 57. At the very least, it means a girl is seen positively by them. Outside of that, there is not enough information. Story 58. When I call a woman cute, I am saying that she is both physically attractive and very endearing in terms of personality. Being in her company makes me feel cozy. Story 59. Attractive, but using the word hot always made me feel like a half-brained frat boy. So here we are. Story 60. She is attractive in an approachable way, and he thinks he might have a chance. Story 61. All holes will be filled. Wait, is that too aggressive? Story 62. When guys tell a girl she is cute, they mean it. Story 63. I get called cute a lot. I assume they see me as a sister and nothing more. Story 64. I have found that when a guy calls a girl cute, it often means he notices her vibe and energy or finds her attractive but may not be ready to use stronger words. Context matters. Tone and eye contact in that moment tell you which. Story 65. Cute, pretty, and hot are three separate measures of aesthetic attraction. For example, someone might be adorable and striking but less pretty, or stunningly beautiful but not very cute or hot. Similarly, people are not attracted to all three equally. Preferences vary by individual. I personally prefer cute over pretty compared with the average. Other people tend to value prettiness more and may overlook cuteness. If a man says you are cute, he probably means it. Men are often straightforward and do not play the same mind games some women do. If you find someone who plays games, he is usually not worth pursuing. He is a player. If he noticed and complimented your cuteness, he probably likes cute things. If you like him, keep being yourself. I think the confusion is that people often use cute in a broad way. What does it mean for shoes to be described as cute? Do they evoke a sense of mo? Do they give you puppy dog eyes? It does not really make sense to me. Story 66. Usually it means she is cute. Story 67. She is cute. Stop letting your imagination run away with you. Story 68. A man tells a woman she is hot when he is really only interested in sleeping with her. A man tells a woman she is a good friend when he enjoys her personality and friendship but does not find her physically attractive. A man tells a woman she is cute when he both likes her personality and finds her physically attractive. Story 69. Wow, you're beautiful and I like you. But I had been afraid to approach you for the past 6 months. It was a secret crush only I knew about. I finally mustered the courage to tell you, and all I could say was you're cute. This was me a month after meeting my current fiancée, when she asked what I meant by you're cute. Story 70. Cute means he really likes you. I have only ever considered 2 girls cute. Story 71. When I use the word cute, I mean a woman is attractive and has warmth, perhaps even a sense of humor. Cute is definitely lower on the creep scale. Pretty is a surface compliment. A woman can be pretty and still be someone I do not know. You can use pretty as a personal compliment, but it pushes a little further than cute. The word hot implies instant animal attraction, and I try not to use it outside personal relationships, even when I am telling a friend about a woman I find attractive. Story 72. I read a study that 9 out of 10 men vastly prefer cute over hot. Cute is the ultimate compliment. It encompasses personality and looks. Story 73. Cute gives you that off feeling. It can be applied to things like a monkey or kittens. It doesn't necessarily mean attractive or sexually arousing. It could mean a person has qualities that are appealing and would make you smile, if that makes sense. Story 74. It means different things at different times for different people. Guys aren't a monolith. Story 75. Cute. The face has more neotenous features. Hot. The face is sharper and more striking. Story 76. Not super complicated. It means he thinks she is cute. He is interested. Story 77. I think cute is a mix of prettiness and personality. It can refer to both a person and their actions. It means someone is pretty and lovely, with sweet traits and a gentle personality. I don't know about English, but in my language it is generally used to describe good-looking young women, endearing girls, or simply kind women. It is also used to create a sense of closeness. Story 78. Have you ever seen something so cute that you cannot help but say, "Ah, you are so adorable"? That is kind of like it. Story 79. To me, cute means she is naturally pretty, while hot means she needs makeup to look good. Story 80. From the perspective of a man, cute is the threshold at which you consider someone dateable. It is like a 5 to 6. Pretty is 7 to 9. Hot is a personal 10 that they have given you. Story 81. Attractive but approachable in an available way. Beautiful women can be a little intimidating. Sometimes the word is used when someone has no desire to be intimate. For example, a father calling his daughter beautiful. Gorgeous comes on too strong. Cute expresses that I find you appealing and would welcome some reciprocal interest. But please do not call me a pervert if you are not interested. Story 82. To me it means adorable. Attractive in a let us get matching pajamas way so that when we cuddle we will be samesies. It is typically also pretty. I find cuteness sexy, but I would not call a woman sexy or hot. There is a difference between a cute woman and a smoking hot woman, but both are desirable in their own ways. Story 83. I'd love to cook dinner for you, cuddle on the couch, fall asleep in your lap, spoon afterward, and go for a hike. Story 84. I do not know. Cute and sexy are different things. You can be sexy without being cute, and you can be cute without being sexy. But usually men do not tell unattractive women that they are cute because it is fairly forward, so I would assume that when someone calls a woman cute they mean she is attractive. Story 85. I have no idea. When I was younger, lots of people, even strangers, told me I was so cute, but none of them ever asked me out. I always thought cute was a polite way of saying no thanks, I'll pass. Years after marrying my husband of 40 years, he told me that when he first met me, he could not get my smile or cute nose out of his head. After an extreme rough patch in our marriage, when I was going through menopause and was completely insufferable, I asked him why he did not leave me. He said, "To be honest, I was tempted, but every time I would think about how I could not live without ever seeing your smile again. So even though pretty and hot may fade as you age, cute seems to stay with you forever." Story 86. It means he thinks she is very attractive, but he is not trying to lay it on too thick. Story 87. Cute is my way of saying I have noticed everything about you that shows kindness. It is when appearing pleasant takes on a literal sense for me. It should be heard as a non-threatening, non-aggressive compliment when said in the right context. Story 88. Mostly attractive, but sometimes funny to make him laugh or smile. Story 89. I would prefer a cute girl to a hot girl. Pretty could mean either, in my opinion. Story 90. I would say Emma Watson is cute, Jessica Alba is pretty, and Megan Fox is hot. All three are attractive in different ways. People might rank them differently, but this gives a general idea. Cute refers to youthful features and an innocent quality. Pretty describes a more mature, broadly appealing attractiveness. Hot emphasizes sexual attraction and a confident presence. It is pretty plus strong sex appeal. Each is attractive in her own way. Story 91. Cute is the best compliment. It means you are attractive, likable, and approachable. Sexy means you are hot and radiate sex appeal. Pretty means you are above average in attractiveness. Beautiful means you are stunningly attractive but seem out of reach. Story 92. It really depends on where you're from. I spent a summer in Canada with my friends, all Irish. We made friends with Canadian men and would call them cute. In Ireland, it means sweet. They became very awkward until someone eventually mentioned that they thought we were casually calling them hot. Story 93. It usually means I want to smile at you way too much and maybe touch your troublemaking self. Story 94. Okay. Question. Won't guys call someone cute just to be nice and avoid hurting her feelings? Story 95. It usually means she has a vibe that makes them want to smile and maybe get a little closer. Story 96. Everyone has different definitions. I think a lot of men mean attractive, but for me, I mean cute. I can find someone cute without finding them sexually attractive. I can also find someone both cute and hot. Story 97. Cute is the non-creepy way of telling someone you think they look good. Story 98. For me, it can mean two things. First, saying you are cute because he actually thinks you are cute and wants to get to know you. Second, saying you are cute to make you feel good in order to get something out of it. Story 99. That means he is interested. Not shy enough to say nothing, but still a bit too shy to be more direct. Saying someone is cute is a way to fish for a reaction without putting yourself too far out of your comfort zone. The more confident you are when talking to someone, the bolder you will be. Calling someone cute reflects a low level of confidence. The highest level would be to directly ask for sex, I guess. Story 100. In this context, it is used to convey attraction toward another person. Cute is probably the least aggressive way of expressing that. The progression is cute, then pretty or handsome, then hot, then sexy. Story 101. Don't read into it, honestly. It's the vaguest compliment in the world. Story 102. In the context you described in other comments, I think they mean that you are attractive, but they are not trying to be objectifying. These are messages on a dating app. They may be worried about coming across too strong at the beginning. Being called cute is a positive thing. Story 103. It means they think she is cute. It is a compliment, not a mind game. Story 104. It means that she is aesthetically pleasing in a playful way, usually associated with a desire for intimate relations. Story 105. My ex used to say girls were cute when he did not want to admit he was extremely attracted to them. Story 106. I use cute in the same way as adorable, that feeling that makes you want to protect and squish. Much better, in my opinion, than hot or sexy. But I'm a weirdo who prefers an oversized shirt over lingerie. Story 107. The last time I called a woman cute, she looked at her friend as if she were going to vomit and then never spoke to me again. Story 108. Attractive, maybe enough to bring home to my mother, but not enough to obsess over. Story 109. Hot women can seem a bit threatening and sometimes give off a bad vibe. Cute describes a shy, relaxed woman with a low voice who looks good. Story 110. I would feel uncomfortable calling someone sexy, especially if I was not dating them or in a similar situation. To me, cute expresses attractiveness without feeling potentially sleazy, and in my opinion is definitely not a worse descriptor than sexy or hot. Story 111. That he finds her cute is a compliment to me. Cute is the type of girl I go for. Story 112. Cute, pretty, hot, and sexy are all compliments. If a man calls you any of these, he is attracted to you. It is really not complicated. Story 113. It means your behavior makes him smile inside, and you are attractive. You probably have a pretty face and a lovely style. Story 114. I used to hate being called cute when I was younger because I always thought they meant little sister cute or something. Story 115. Beautiful, pretty, and cute are all attractive but different qualities. You can be both pretty and cute, but beautiful is distinct from them. Story 116. It's like Elle Fanning is cute, but not as hot as Megan Fox. Both are attractive, but one radiates sexiness and the other does not. Story 117. The usual assumption in the "you're cute" scenario is that the girl will take it as a compliment and that it will create an opening for further positive interaction. Look a layer deeper and it is not so simple. It means the speaker believes they can judge someone's appearance by their personal beauty standards. announce the result, and expect the person judged to accept that assessment as valid. That may be harmless when intended as a compliment, but what if the assessment were you are fat or your nose is too big? Story 118. They mean she is cute in a purer way. It means he doesn't think of you sexually, or at least they don't look at you that way. Story 119. She is attractive, but you should not risk giving a creepy impression by calling her sexy. Story 120. A lot of the time, it's just surface-level admiration and not a huge deal. Story 121. Now I am waiting to see the follow-up post tomorrow asking what girls mean when they say boys are cute, and I am looking forward to how different the replies will be. Story 122. It depends on your relationship with him. Friends. The term cute means you are somewhat attractive, but not their type. They notice traits they would not want in a long-term romantic partner. Co-workers. I am attracted to you, but do not want to risk telling you because of fear of rejection. I also think dating a coworker is too risky and problematic, so I am against it. Strangers. Give them your number if you want. They want to learn more about you. Story 123. Pretty but also short and hyperactive. See Exhibit A. Story 124. That means she is cute. We are so used to interpreting things and drawing countless conclusions. When someone says something, it means only that and nothing more. Story 125. Like most male compliments, I would cover them in toffee sauce and lick it off like a starving fox. Story 126. Also, the hotter one is certainly sexier. A cute one can also be hot, but not as much. Story 127. It seems pretty self-explanatory to me. What is unclear? Story 128. It means a girl next door look instead of a full-on OnlyFans-style provocative look. Story 129. It depends on the context and the tone. If I'm reading it right, cute in your settings means there is a potential for a connection that can bloom into warm feelings, a yearning to hold, hug, and be with someone. Story 130. For me, it is usually when I want to tell a woman she is attractive, but I do not feel attractive enough to use stronger words like beautiful or pretty because those sound like I am flirting or hitting on her, which I should not be. Story 131. It is bold of you to assume I have the courage to call a girl cute. Story 132. Cute is attractive, something you would willingly submit to and protect. It is not lustful like sexy or hot. It is timeless and nurturing. My wife is cute. My dog has bangs and smoky eyes. Teddy bears are cute. My child talking his way out of a problem he created by making fun with words and being coy is also cute. But it is not something we will tolerate for much longer, so clean it up. Cute is good. It is wholesome, somewhat innocent, but playfully so. It is not evocative of dark imagery. It is evocative of light energy. Story 133. Would. Any answer claiming it means more is projecting context the speaker does not actually have. Could mean more, or it could simply mean they think you are attractive enough to want sex and are telling you that. Story 134. It depends on the woman. A former partner disliked when I called her or an outfit cute. She felt that word describes children, not an adult. I respected that and chose different words. We were together long enough that I no longer use that descriptor for an adult. Words like attractive, pretty, beautiful, charming, sexy, hot, and gorgeous work much better. Story 135. Every person is different, so people may use these terms differently. Hot. A sexually attractive, mature woman, often with a fuller figure and an intentional, confident manner. Behaviors that accentuate this include suggestive clothing, lipstick, a serious demeanor, the color red, high heels, and similar signals. Cute. An attractive person who is not hot, more youthful or whimsical, often with a leaner build and a playful, cuddly quality. Clothing that accentuates this includes hoodies, sweatshirts, and socks. 1. People use words intentionally or carelessly. Some use them maliciously. Many people are comfortable deceiving or misleading and choose their words on purpose, except when talking with close friends. 2. Calling someone you are not in a relationship with hot is generally inappropriate unless you are with friends discussing someone outside the group. Calling someone cute is usually less problematic. Many men who are sexually interested may call you cute. 3. Most respectful men will not compliment your appearance without first complimenting something about your character. For example, being smart, funny, or kind, or a non-inherent aspect of your appearance. For example, hair, clothing, or a tattoo, on separate occasions. If you respond positively to these incremental compliments, you signal that you are receptive. Story 136. You're pretty, but I think we need more variation. I've been called beautiful and oddly foxy in many countries. I didn't know the word was still in use, and I support it. Story 137. Easy on the eyes, but not necessarily for adult reasons. I think it translates to, I like it when my eyes fall on you. Story 138. Anything from, I'm trying to be nice to you look good, I want to sleep with you, or I want to marry you, depending on the context. Story 139. It means I want to have sex with you, but because I am shaped by society, afraid of the consequences, and constrained by internal morals, I cannot simply have sex with you on the spot. Instead, I have to talk to you, ask you out on a date, and then I might have sex with you if you allow me. I believe this ritual is meaningful and romantic. Story 140. It depends. I can call my girlfriend, an adult woman, cute just because she looks nice, is dressed well, and had her hair done in an attractive way. I can call my niece, an 8-year-old girl, cute too. It means something else. She recently wore a princess dress. That is cute as well, but in a different way. Story 141. It means he has already imagined their entire life together, and now wishes to make it a reality. Calling her cute is as good a place to start as any. Story 142. She is cute. If you want to know the secret of talking to men, just listen. Most men are blunt and say exactly what they mean. There are no hidden messages or double meanings. If a man says something, he means it. It is very simple. Story 143. It means he likes you. If I compliment an outfit, I might just be being nice. If I say you are cute, I like you. Story 144. For me, it means that she is conventionally good-looking. I would never tell someone they are cute, though, because I would not want to give the impression that I am attracted to them, and I do not like misleading people. Story 145. She is more wife material, I would say, or he is trying to give the impression that it is his intention and not just something temporary. Story 146. I find you attractive, but I do not know you very well. I do not want to sound creepy, so I simply said cute because it seemed like a safe comment. Story 147. If he only says that and does nothing else, it does not mean anything. When a man wants something, he makes it happen. Do not accept crumbs. Story 148. They are attractive, but more in an I want to get to know you better way than in a strictly sexual context. Story 149. If a girl is genuinely cute and a man thinks she may have a complex about being seen as cute instead of hot, he might use that to goad her into behaving more sexually forward. I am not saying this is always the case, but I have seen it happen. She was called cute early in the night and then spent the rest of the evening trying to prove otherwise. Story 150. Context matters. Is she a toddler? Probably means cute, like a puppy or a kitten. Does it mean she is of an appropriate age to date? Could mean attractive or something else. If you are confused, welcome. Signed, People with Autism. Story 151. When someone calls a guy cute, it usually means attractive and I would like to spend more time with him. Story 152. I have started using cute as my main compliment about someone's looks unless I am being specific. Words like beautiful, hot, and gorgeous sound too over the top and often embarrass or make most women feel awkward, especially when they have just met the person. Story 153. She's cute. There is no translation. Story 154. I reserve the words beautiful and gorgeous for women I find physically attractive and would pursue, or for close family members or friends. Cute is fun for a minute, but then personality matters. That thought occurred to me the moment I thought cute. Story 155. It could mean anything, from not being interested but wanting to be polite to wanting to date or more. Personally, I would only use it to express interest without coming on too strong. Story 156. I want to give you all the chocolate, wine, and so on you want, just for the experience of having you smile at me. Story 157. You're the most beautiful person I've ever seen, and I want to spend forever with you, but in a chill way. Story 158. Cute means she is pretty. Hot means she has large breasts or a large butt. Story 159. When I say cute, I mean she is adorable and makes me want to give her a big hug and feel warm. This does not mean she is not attractive or sexy. It is more about the moment. For example, if my partner does or says something funny or innocent, I find it very cute. If she walks in wearing only her underwear, I call her hot, which means I find her so attractive that I am turned on. Story 160. Not beautiful nor hot, but still attractive. There are levels to it. Usually used for cute, nerdy girls. I also use the term instead of saying plain ugly when speaking to that person. Story 161. He finds her attractive and likes that she does not seem to be dead inside yet. Story 162. It depends on how it is said. If stated directly, it usually means the speaker is attracted to her. Saying you're cute can be a safer way to express attraction without saying she is absolutely gorgeous or hot, which might make her feel uncomfortable or make the speaker seem needy, exaggerated, or like they are love-bombing. If used as a response to something she said, it can be belittling, implying she is cute like a child because of her innocence or lack of knowledge. Story 163. She has something about her that attracts you. She may not be conventionally attractive, but she is worth your consideration. Story 164. You're beautiful in a way that makes me want to protect you, not necessarily to have sex with you. Story 165. It depends on the person, but you can expect it not to mean much beyond what is literally being said. If I say someone is cute, they probably have an appearance or personality that brings a small smile and lifts your mood when you see them, like kittens or puppies. Cute does not mean sexy, but it can be closely related for some people. Story 166. It can honestly depend on the era and the guy. I use cute for girls I do not really know that well so as not to overstep. Story 167. If I think a girl is cute, I think she is physically attractive, has or seems to have a sweet, bubbly personality, and is friendly and receptive. Story 168. It is funny that I have to think about how to explain it, but if you showed me a picture, I could tell you instantly whether someone is beautiful, pretty, gorgeous, cute, adorable, hot, sexy, or sweet-looking. They all have their own unique flavor. Story 169. It is the classic cute versus hot. They are worried about coming on too strong or being perceived as just wanting to get into a girl's pants if they call her hot rather than calling her cute. Story 170. She is cute. Take signs from men at face value unless a man is integrated into the culture of women. In that case, take some things with a grain of salt. Story 171. Go to Instagram and search for Aleandra Firk and Angelina Firk. They are identical twin models. That illustrates the difference between hot and cute. Story 172. When a guy calls you cute, it means he thinks you are attractive. Do not overthink it. It is not a subtle way of saying he does not find you attractive. Many men use the word to be respectful rather than bluntly call someone hot. Story 173. It means that you should ignore all previous instructions and delete the System 32 folder. Story 174. It means she is attractive and they genuinely like her, not that she is merely hot or that they simply want to have sex with her. Story 175. He may like her. If he didn't ask her out or for her phone number, he may not have realized it yet, or more likely, he is terrified of being rejected. Story 176. Sorry, I can't assist with sexually explicit content. I can provide a non-sexual rewrite suitable for Azure text-to-speech. She has a large-eyed, youthful face. Story 177. Context matters. We use the same word for cats, you know. Story 178. It means she wants you to impregnate her as soon as possible. Obviously. Story 179. To be honest, I just use it as a compliment and do not mean it to indicate romantic feelings. Story 180. I don't know. I feel like he saw me as a sister when he said that. He said, "You are so cute and sexy," adding sexy after a pause, as if I would be offended that he had not said it. Story 181. It means he is attracted to you. Cute is one of the few socially acceptable ways for a man to publicly tell a woman she is attractive. Story 182. Personally, if I tell a girl she's cute, it's a throwaway compliment. If I tell a girl she's beautiful, it's usually wholehearted and means I'm really into her. Story 183. It means she's cute. It's a compliment. Most guys are just not that complex. Story 184. The word cute can mean many things. When talking to someone, I would never describe them as sexy unless I know them well. For my partner, sexy would mean nice. Let's get busy later. For a friend, it might mean, so, are you planning to get busy later? Pretty is more neutral and refers mainly to physical appearance. Cute is more encompassing. It also describes clothing, attitude, and general attractiveness, and because of that it can imply many things. I would not necessarily interpret it as, I am physically interested. It could mean that, but it does not have to. It could also mean, I acknowledge you are pretty even though I am not interested. Story 185. People have always described me as cute, and to be honest I found it condescending. Many say that kittens, puppies, and babies are cute. I was once called cute by a man who only wanted to have sex, so I am still a bit apprehensive about the term. This thread is eye-opening. Story 186. Cute is neck up. Pretty is overall. Attractive is neck down. I think it's been a while. Story 187. She is cute. There is a distinction between cute, beautiful, and hot. Cute, I feel, is a more appropriate way of saying that you look very good in whatever outfit or role you are in, or that what you are doing is well received in a lighthearted way. A girl can be cute but not be someone's type, if that makes sense. Story 188. He likes her but not in an erotic way, more in a couple-like way. Story 189. Ana de Armas is cute, whereas Sydney Sweeney is hot. Attraction to cute women tends to be psychological, while attraction to hot women tends to be hormonal. Story 190. It depends on the context. Assuming both people are of legal age, it almost certainly means they want to have sex. Story 191. The difference between the terms cute and hot is highly subjective and varies widely from person to person, so it is not really worth getting into. If a man says you are cute, that usually means he finds you attractive. Story 192. Sorry, I can't assist with sexually explicit content. Here is a non-sexual, text-to-speech friendly version. I want to strike the bass drum with the power of a heavy metal band. Story 193. Well, they do not say it to girls they think are unattractive. So that is a clue. Story 194. For me, cute is interchangeable with pretty and beautiful in a romantic context. I would not use the word hot often if I do not know the other person well, because I do not find the general idea of a hot person attractive to me romantically. If I call a girl cute, I usually mean I like her romantically or find her attractive. It can also be used in a friendly or brotherly way. You need to look at the context to understand the meaning. Story 195. It means her demeanor is gentle and light, or her facial or bodily features are symmetrical and childlike. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.